بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا ما لونها قال إنه يقول إنها بقرة صفراء فاقع لونها تسر الناظرين.
They said, "Call upon your Lord to show us what is her color." He says, "It is a yellow cow, bright in color, pleasing to the observers."
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا ما لونها قال إنه يقول إنها بقرة صفراء فاقع لونها تسر الناظرين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. We're continuing the discussion between Musa alayhi salam and the Israelites. This is ayah number 69. The last ayah, Allah had already communicated to them. First, Allah had told them that it's a cow that is neither too young or too old, it's middle-aged. But then also He ended the discussion, or He said something that should have ended all the questions. He said, فَافْعَلُوا مَا تُؤْمَرُونَ. Do what you've been commanded. Stop overthinking it and asking too many questions, just do what you've been commanded. In other words, that statement in and of itself suggests that there is no more room for further questions. But these people still didn't get it, so they continued the questioning, which means that they weren't done ridiculing the status of Musa alayhi salam and undermining the fact that these are actually commandments of Allah. So قَالُوا ادْعُ لَنَا رَبَّكَ يُبَيِّن لَنَا مَا لَوْنُهَا. They said, call on your master so he may clarify for us what color it is, what is its texture. قَالَ إِنَّهُ يَقُولُ. Now, once again, Musa alayhi salam says, for sure it is he, meaning Allah, who says, إِنَّهَا بَقَرَةٌ صَفْرَاء. It is a cow, yellow in texture. It's a yellow cow. Now, that's a strange color for a cow. It's not very common to find that color. By the way, it's considered the most exotic color in ancient traditions for the cow. Okay? So now, first of all, it's yellow, which is hard enough. Now, what we're learning here is the more questions you ask about something that is meant to be clear and simple, the more questions you ask, who are you putting in trouble? Yourself. You're only complicating life for yourself. The Sharia was vast, it was open, it was flexible, and by asking too many questions, and not asking questions to understand better. Now, there's a difference. I spoke about this on a separate occasion, perhaps not here, but it's very important to note. There's a difference between asking the messenger and questioning the messenger. So when you ask the messenger, you're trying to get answers, you're trying to understand better for yourself. But when you pose your questions in a way that aren't meant to understand, you're actually questioning the authority, the legitimacy, the integrity of a messenger, then you're only going to put yourself in further trouble. And a lot of times, people frame their questions in matters of Sharia in a way that is disingenuous. It's in a way that it's already suggesting that I'm not convinced that this is a commandment that I should be following. So the question is very telling. It's very telling of the psychology of the questioner. So here they're questioning the integrity of the messenger and of the commandments themselves. Right? Because the first thing they said is, this is a joke. Are you taking us to be a joke? So they're playing that joke further. Now they say, what color is it? If you're really getting that much clarification, how about some information on the color? He says it's yellow. But he doesn't stop there. Now this is Allah instructing through Musa alayhi salam. So he says, فَاقِعُ لَوْنُهَا. Brilliant, deep, and startling is its texture. That's the word faqir. It's used for texture that is deep, and it's brilliant. It's eye-capturing, right? فَاقِعُ لَوْنُهَا تَسُرُّ النَّاظِرِينَ. And he didn't say لَوْنُهَا فَاقِعُ. It's فَاقِعُ لَوْنُهَا. There's a kind of, movement of parts of a sentence here, which suggests it's especially brilliant. It's a kind of texture that you won't normally see. And he adds to that, تَسُرُّ النَّاظِرِينَ. It would please those who would stare at it. The viewing audience. Now there is someone who looks at something for a long time. Now what does that mean? I think many of you who've gone on a road trip with your children can attest to this. If they see something strange, like when I used to live in New York City, seeing farm animals was very strange. Because now we're in Texas, so it's okay. But when we go out in the country or we're traveling, out south or something, and the kids see a bunch of horses in a field, or they see like a cow or something, their eyes are glued to the window. Whoa! And they can't take their eyes off of it, right? If a really fancy car goes by, تَصُرُّ النَّاظِرِينَ, everybody stops for a moment and unfortunately this kind of thing happens with car accidents. There's a car accident, everybody's got to take a really good look, see if they catch some action and then move forward, right? So the idea of something being so spectacular that it captures the eyes and the viewing attention of anybody who's passing by. The sort of it should be that stellar of a texture for a cow.